The rugged ridges of Wyoming, some of my favorite elk hunting mountains. But in Wyoming, it's never been what I would call easy. This year, though, things have gone way better than I could have ever hoped. I'm with my old friend Mike Spitzer, and as you saw in last week's show, after just 2 days of hunting, we've already got one bull on the ground.
Nice job. You got him.
Now that I'd filled my tag, the pressure's all off me. I've got one goal in mind. I want to find Mike a really good public land Wyoming bull. A bull that he can look at and say, you know, after 7 years of waiting, after hunting hard, putting on 10, 12 miles a day in these mountains, I'm happy with that bull. That's my only goal. As Mike and I head back into the hills on day 3, we've got a couple big tasks in front of us. We hauled half my bull off the mountain last night, so we still have the other half to pack out today. But an even higher priority is finding Mike a bull worth all the years he's waited.
So now after day 2, it's my turn. We're both hunting for me, and we're looking for a bull that I want to take. So the pressure is there because now it's completely my decision. I don't have Randy to alleviate any of my pressure by shooting a bull that we find. It's all on me, and it's on us finding something that I'd like to take.
So that morning we get up, we go in there early. Wind is screaming. I mean, it is smoking, probably 40 miles an hour. Temperature when we left the truck in the morning, 23 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know what that wind chill is, but it's cold. It's cold enough that you go up there and you say, do I really want an elk this bad?
We're looking for a good bull up here. It's a little bit windy, but we got a lot of country to look over. Just kind of hang tight and glass. The sun should be at our back here pretty quick when it clears the clouds, and it'll really help just light up those bulls. You can see the blonde hair on them. It'll stick out. It'll help us to see what we can't find up here on top. So.
It's November, and with the rut behind them, bulls are in their bachelor groups, spending most of their time putting on the feed bag and fattening up for winter. Unlike the mating season, when bulls are active most of the day, out rounding up cows and protecting their harems, in the post-rut period, bull activity is a low-light opportunity, early morning and late afternoon. So Mike and I double our odds by splitting up and glass 2 different drainages during this prime early morning period. I walk out there, I'm probably a half mile from Mike now, just glassing, you know, looking down. And it's one of those things about elk hunting where there is a lot of luck involved of being at the right place when the elk are in a position that you can see them. I walk around, climb up this little bit of rocks, and out in 2 little openings, there's elk. There's a cow and a group of cows and a raghorn down low. And then on a bench above them, there's 4 bulls. And I look, and I can tell one is a really good bull. That's all I needed to see. I turn, and I run all the way back to Mike. Instantly, you forget about the cold, you forget about the wind, we load up, and we start trucking up this. It's kind of these valleys that run in between rock ridges. See those benches out there? That's where they're at. See those benches out there? That's where they're at. In Central Wyoming, Mike Spitzer and I are hot on the trail of our second bull elk in 2 days. I've just spotted 4 nice bulls, and after going to get Mike, we've returned to this spot, hoping we can find him. They were feeding into the timber. I think they got into the timber. Let me get on this other side and see if I can look back in that way. By the time we get there, they're gone. There's not even one of those cows aren't even still there. I'm like, no, really, Mike. There was a bull and a group of cows, a little bull with some cows, and then there were these other 4 bulls. I'm not making it up. Trust me. Dang it.
These close benches right here, right?
Huh?
These close benches right here?
Yeah, the ones that are open there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike, my GPS shows the contour being pretty flat around this big rock.
Okay.
I think if we went around that big rock, we could look down in at a tighter angle and maybe see them bedded in the trees.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're not here right now.
No, but it's a great little spot right here.
What's that?
It's a great spot right here. It all feeds right down in.
So we kept walking and looking, and they weren't there. They had went into the trees, or they'd went down lower, they'd went somewhere. And try as hard as we couldn't locate them.
We came up above those elk that Randy had spotted. They made it into the trees when they were feeding, so Randy got a good look at them earlier, but by the time we got over here, they were already in the trees. So we're trying to stay up above them enough and see if we can't find where they bedded down at, because that's what we suspect they did. It's mid-morning now, but we just got to be careful. I think they're already bedded, so we're probably gonna have to play it safe and hang back and wait until this evening when they come out of the trees and we can get a good location on them. So if we just drop down in and go busting through there, we'll push them out. It's so thick in there that they'll have plenty of escape routes without us being able to really get a shot at them or get them on camera. So we'll just relax and glass, try and stay warm. Maybe we'll go finish packing Randy's elk out and come back in here this evening and see if we can't get on them.
Mike came up with a good idea. He said, you know, Randy, we have to get your bull out tonight. So why don't we do this? Let's go back to your bull. Let's maybe start a little fire and warm up, and let's bone it out, take care of the head and everything else, and get the loads ready so that when we head out of here at night, we just got to grab the packs, load them up, and keep moving. Fire. I build fire.
Did you bring the hot cocoa up today?
I didn't, Mike. Oh yeah, we're good now.
Just spend the night.
Yeah. Those survival show guys who fake it, they ain't got anything on us. If you elk hunt, like I do, public land, backpack elk hunting, you know how much work it is when you shoot a bull. It's a ton of work to find one to even shoot. But when you shoot one, it is just a lot more work. I mean, Mike and I spent the better part of 2 or 3 hours just boning out quarters, getting loads ready, getting the head all cleaned up and getting that ready so that night we could hike out in the dark with full packs. If you aren't up for a good amount of work, the odds are your success rate on public land is going to be lower. The more you're up for the challenge, the more you're not intimidated by the work. The more elk you're going to see, the more elk you're going to kill, and the more fun you're going to have. Looks like you got it pretty good. There. Whew. Let's get out of here and go kill you a bull. In the steep, rocky hills of central Wyoming, Mike Spitzer and I are on day 3 of our public land elk hunt. We've got one good bull on the ground, and after a midday meat cutting break, we're heading back up the ridge to relocate a group of elk I'd spotted earlier. And hopefully, in that group, we'll find that special bull Mike's been looking for.
I don't see anything, do you? No, it doesn't look like they fit out yet. I think we're safe. Circling around and going back to that rock we were on this morning. I just want to get out there soon because we got the wind right behind us. Yeah. Let's go get there before they feed out, and we'll be ready waiting. That's my hope. It'd be nice to be perched up on that rock and have them feed out right down below us. Yeah. That would be too convenient. That'd be too easy. Yeah. We don't want it to be that easy. On our way over to this rock where we're gonna start waiting out these elk, Randy looks to his left, and sure enough, 1,000 yards away, coming up over some sage, there's the brown bodies and the blonde fur of some elk.
So I stopped Mike. I'm like, Mike, there's a bull over on that ridge right over there. And he looks at it. He's like, yeah, let's take a closer look. So we just stop, throw the spotting scope up, and we get to looking now. And we're like, whew, that qualifies as big for me. How about you, Mike?
It's kind of behind that tree in there.
Yeah. When you see that, I think you're going to want to shoot him even if he's behind the tree. Yep.
Let's shoot that bull.
Let's make him work exactly where he is. Yeah, we need to get over to those rocks there and you can shoot him.
If we just come back and we come out
there.
Holy cow, I can look at that one. He's a good bull.
That's a good bull. We gotta go back to where we were. And
if we can come up to...
If we come out to those next rocks there.
Yeah. He's coming, he's wide in the open.
We gotta get over there fast. It's just amazing to me how quickly a hunt goes from maybe boredom to the mental challenge you're struggling with to there he is, go. And you forget about all the work, you forget about the cold, the wind, everything else, and your mind's on one thing. Get over there, get in position, and get that bull on the ground.
To get to where we could see and shoot at these elk, we had to cover some ground, we had to completely go out of their view and lose sight of them as well. So we had to go around some ridges, go around some rock piles, and work our way out to where we believed they'd be close enough to take a shot at.
So we put it in swift and fast, and Mike and I are hustling to get over there, and he's part monkey, I think. He's got orangutan or something in him because he's just climbing up those rocks like a lizard. And me and my fat CPA butt, I'm trying to figure out, how do I do this? Between me and the cameraman, we're struggling and pulling on each other and lifting each other, and Mike, he's already up there. He's got the bull spotted, and he's ready to shoot one of them. And I'm sure he's thinking, are those guys ever gonna get up there?
So we got right up top on these rocks, and we could see through some pine trees, and we saw a number of bulls. And Randy was looking at them in the spot and scope, and I had my binoculars out, and we see 4 or 5 bulls.
I think that one's our guy. Look at him and see what you think.
That's not our guy. That's not him.
Like him? It doesn't.
And the biggest one is not the bull that we had seen from a mile away. And so I was a little concerned because we didn't know where he had gone. That's not our guy.
In Wyoming, Mike Spitzer and I are in hot pursuit of a great bull that we first spotted from probably about a mile away. We've closed the distance on this group of bulls, but Big Hank is mysteriously absent.
Here comes another one. That's a raghorn.
Yeah, there's one to the left. two raghorns are sparring.
Are you looking at the one to the right of the tree?
And now I'm spanning over right now.
I think that's him.
Yeah, that's him for sure.
Yeah, he's big.
Luckily, we had gotten on top of this rock undetected. So we had time to sit and look at this bull as he fed in and out of sight, in and out of cover, and really calm down and think about this and look at the shot and see what the yardage was gonna be and take my time to breathe and relax.
What I try to do, Mike, that helps me with shots like this, I try to watch the bullet hit through the scope.
Just follow through.
Keeps me on the animal. Just what I'm not even thinking about the bull. I'm thinking about, I want to see this bullet hit.
See the bullet hit. Just, yeah.
And even after you shoot, he's not going to have a clue where it came from.
He came out.
Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect outside.
You want to hit that with the range real quick, Randy?
Yeah. On him, I got 434.
He's the one on the right, correct?
Yeah, head down, feeding to the left.
Okay.
Really yellow colored dude.
I'm gonna go about a foot back from that, his driver's side antler.
Okay.
You want him, Brad?
Yeah. Shoot again, you hit him, but you hit him back. The wind drift was pretty hard. You hit him, I saw.
Okay. Oh, I see him, he's down. He's down, his head's out. Yep.
Yeah. Mike, you got him. He went right behind that tree and he's down. I don't know if you can see him, but
Randy. Oh, that was awesome. He's a good bull.
he's a really good bull. Good job,
Randy.
Mike. Nice
Thank you,
shooting.
Randy. Good spot on him. That was fun.
Yes. What do you say we get loaded? We gotta circle way around. You realize how long it's gonna take us to get him out of here?
I don't want to think about getting him out of here right now.
It's a good thing we got 4 days left.
Yeah. I wish it was only 2.86 miles to the truck.
That's a crow flat.
Okay.
You gotta love it when a plan comes together. And even with Lady Luck on your side, it's almost unheard of for it to happen twice in just 3 days. This has been as close to a perfect hunt as I could ask for. And I can think of no better way for it to end than with my buddy Mike putting his tag on that special bull he's waited so long to find.
Look at him. Look at that cape.
Look at how
He's beautiful.
That is one of the prettiest bulls I've ever seen, Mike. Oh. Wow. He's one of the bigger bulls you'll ever see, too.
Look at that. Look at that mass.
I think you can be very happy with that one, Mike.
You know what? This is what we worked for.
Yeah,
Wow, look at that bull.
that is Big Hank. Thank you, bull. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow, he's pretty.
And people wonder why I do this, Mike. To come out on the public land and get to do these kind of things.
It's
Only
it's
in
amazing.
America.
Yep.
And so ends another season. A great season. Special times, special places, with special people. To end the season with such a great public land hunt only serves to push us forward, committed to telling the story of hunting public lands, showing how hunting happens for the average American. Such a great season strengthens our resolve to make sure that these public lands will be here for the hunters of tomorrow, searching for their own fresh tracks.